And here we are. Edgeworth, it is time to finally see who is behind this whole thing. Let's go. Number 27, 2:11 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Oh boy. Oh right, I have to do the voices because only this series gets voices. What about Mr. Edgeworth talking about? What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of a murder. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it, not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life, never. Nick. Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh yes, I do remember feeling faint. No, right on, tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Well, maybe a heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy! You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious, but Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? But where I was sitting, Edgy seems pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is, I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me? But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah, why me, Nick? Enough with the silent treatment. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yes, in grade school. They saved me, Miles, and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know? Hello, Conrados. Welcome to Phoenix Wright, the finale of this little case that has gone on for 3 weeks. What? Hey, Larry. What's he talking about? Sorry, I kind of forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear this story today, and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on a trial. A class trial. A class trial? Time to commit every conceivable malpractice as an attorney, I see. Yes. Let's do that. You remember, Larry, spring, end of 3rd grade. A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Huh, I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with $38 still inside. Wow, that's a lot. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE class that day. I was the only one not in class. So, they thought you did it? Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial. That's a 2-course meal in my country. Well, back then, I think it was like the 1980s, so that would have been feeding you for a whole month. Trial? So the next day, we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. Oh my god, this is so cool. I didn't do it. Guilty, he did it. Guilty, it was you. Thief, give the money back. You're such a meanie. No one play with him. Just admit you did it. You can't hide the truth. Tell us the truth. We're not going to play with you anymore. Yeah, no borrowing the eraser. You shouldn't be allowed to race it. Okay, I can't continue. Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize and went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. Objection! He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in this trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed of amateurs. Miles. Oh, edgy boy, look at him. It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. I love this. But, Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? This is always how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how it feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Damn. This is the trial. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. Damn. Those kids are easily going to be like, he's the one who did it. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were best of friends. Damn. Oh, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Today, alone without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. Yeah, even though that kid looked like Larry. Oh, that was Larry. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see? Want to hear a story? Sure, go ahead. Tell me any story. I'm fine with any story. When something smells, it's usually the butts. After the trial. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after the class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my father. A famous defense attorney. Then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. Poland is a really religious country, so we have mandatory religious classes. Oh God. Religion. That is like mixing milk and gasoline. Those two things in me do not mix. Religion and me. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not Edgy I used to know. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him. I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had become who he'd become. That's when I decided... Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney, to meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. During one class, a teacher of the religious class asked a question if there is one of several truths. Interesting. In court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick. So, is that why you helped me out for free? I was the only one who stated there were several truths. Good for you. There's never just one truth about that matter. Religion is always a thing you have to ask questions. And if someone tells you shut up about those questions, then they're the ones who are wrong, which is why I don't follow religion anymore. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Oh, Nick. Nick, we have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? Right. It very well may be. First, there's the rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of the evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Alright, let's go to... I guess the only place that would make sense is, yep, Gourd Lake. Hey, pal. Long time no see. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, eh? I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. How do you snap a tie in half? Sorry about that. The debate was to be held, but one person against 15. I was just bullied and shouted at by my friends. Well, they're not your friends if they're gonna just bully and shout at you because you have... If you say that... You should become you should become an attorney. Because then, well, someone who's crazy religious, you could just put them away. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have the scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one more thing. No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Where Lotta was camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while. I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Well, we gotta go in. We gotta go find this criminal. It solidified my view in religion and my own place in life, to be honest. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. Off to the boat rental shop. We're gonna find this old man in here. The old caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. I'd know that clearing of the throat anywhere. Ah, hello. What might you be doing here?
Out for a walk, hmm? Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of a fresh lemon, you see.
I don't know why I give Grossberg that voice, but I love it. Mr. Grossberg, this is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow.
That is true, yes. But from what I saw from today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not sure. I'm not so sure about that. Oh, what do you mean by that?
Well, I'm not sure.
If you find anything else, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance.
Thanks. Bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? We don't need to examine. We can go into the caretaker's shack. Yep, there's the parrot. This parrot has probably got to do something. Love debates and will always strive to allow people to express their thoughts without being attacked, even if I don't agree with them. I'm in the same boat as you, but there's certain topics that I'm not going to allow someone to express their views. Illegal activities. That's where I draw the line. Hello, hello! Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello, hello! I can't believe he run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Okay, I'm not going to do the parrot voice anymore. Alright, parrot. Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick. You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's going to hate me. Alright, anything else? Let's see. Court record. Everything's cold. The term illegal is quite fluid depending on place. Well, when I say illegal, I mean someone doing an illegal activity that is generally considered very illegal by everyone. So when you have an adult doing something to a child, that is my stance on you don't have a right to talk about something like that. I'm not going to say it outright, but you get the implication. I guess he hasn't been back here since the trial. What's wrong? Oh, never mind. What? Tell me. Just when I saw the TV, I remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week. Oh. See, that's why I didn't want to tell you. Okay. Say, Nick. I think immortal would be more accurate because moral spectrums is beyond boundaries. Okay. Don't people usually put pictures of fish up on the wall to boast about them? Yeah, I guess so. You mean pictures of the fish they caught, right? Right, but don't all fish on the wall here look really puny to you? Well, you know what they say. You should have seen the one that got away. Except the one that got away from us was the caretaker, and we didn't see him. Why do I feel like we're having two different conversations here? Doesn't look like he used the kitchen much. You're right. I guess the whole pasta restaurant thing was a lie. What, you thought he was telling the truth? Well, we can go outside the boat rental shop, and I think we can go back to the woods. Oh, we can't go to the woods anymore. Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Detention center? Edgeworth. God. Alright, have fun making your pizza, Conrados. You look grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember?
No, I don't.
Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it, in 3rd grade?
Lunch money? Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that.
Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers.
Well, it probably only mattered to me anyway.
Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? The trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney.
Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, right? So simple to fault even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you've changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Finally, I get to talk to this guy! Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, right, but I'm not that good of a person.
One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right?
Yes, that man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. Had to be the shooter any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. The defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, the 3 of us were trapped in an elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I'd lost memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence, innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him.
So he's like my sister was to you, Nick.
He's a perfectionist in all things. In court, his personal life, he's obsessed with doing everything perfect. So he has OCD. Obsessive compulsive disorder.
Perfectly, huh?
In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent, ever.
But that's...
I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job to find the suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth? If what you're saying is indeed true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow.
He's right. There's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. Sorry. I'm not sure I can help you with that.
Nick, no! That's a photo of his father. Don't show him that.
You're right. Now probably isn't a good time to dredge up those memories. What is it? Nothing. Huh? Well, you don't do anything there. Alright, the police department, criminal affairs. Looks like Detective Gumshoes haven't got back. Gumshoe? He won't be coming back today.
Oh, really?
He said there's some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. What's up, caretaker? He shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing I'll do, pal. Good luck, Gumshoe. Alright. Now I'm trying to go to Grossberg's office. Why was Grossberg at the boathouse?
He's out again. When does he work anyway?
Now, don't be harsh. Guess we'll have to come back later. It was the case that changed my life, and tomorrow on December 28th, its statute of limitations runs out.
Tomorrow, could that be a coincidence?
But even if the case is finally closed on paper, it will never be erased from my memory. Never.
Or Mr. Edgeworth.
Did that give me it? No, that didn't give me a new option.
Trying to be...
No. Feel bad for him. All the money, probably doesn't read it. No one's here.
Well, the only thing I could really think of is... No, not the detention center.
I'm big.
No one's going to sit here on a cold day like today. Well, unless they were eating a samurai dog.
How would that change the temperature, I wonder?
You seem trouble, Nick.
No? Who? Me?
Trash can with no trash. At least the place is well maintained.
Time to examine the boat shop. Boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone is around.
Caretaker must run for the hills, huh?
Yeah, looks like it.
He didn't seem like a bad person.
He's probably a bad person, though. There are some boats floating at the dock. The murder took place in a boat from this dock. Apparently, the police took away the actual boat that was used that night. Indeed, there's space for one boat missing at the dock. There's a forest here beyond these bushes.
Nick, the forest! There's someone in there!
You're right, there's a few policemen in there.
They must be looking for the caretaker.
Good luck. Did everything in there. Time to go to the entrance. Let's examine. I feel winter chill from the bare leaves today. What is it about winter that turns people into poets?
I don't know, but my toes are starting to feel numb.
Yes, my poetry has that effect on some people. The sign says Gourd Lake Nature Park. This place is full of families picnicking on the weekend.
But no waterfall.
Not many picnickers come here for spiritual training, Maya. This must be the chief of the detectives here. He's glued to his computer screen. What? That's not possible. The world ended yesterday? He must be reading predictions for the future on some homepage. A poster of a female police officer. Wait, no. That's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar. My bad. No clues here. Hey, is that the policeman's department mascot? That's the Blue Badger. It was my idea. I made it. It's my mascot. I see. How nice. Tomorrow, I'll present him before the department at last. I'm going to make sure they know how much people like the Blue Badger. Good luck. There are detectives' desks. There are computers, files from each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than expected. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at the desks. That must be one of the detectives. He was mumbling something to himself. Please, think about what you're doing, Jodlina. Don't take my Tommy away from me, no. You must be doing Imagine training for a nasty divorce argument. Yes. Okay. Okay. Don't know what to do. I'm about to bring up the walkthrough on where to go. Okay, time to bring up the walkthrough because I'm actually completely lost. It's a spoil-free walkthrough, so it's nothing telling me. Okay, investigation. Oh wait, no, investigation day 3. Okay. Detention center, have your traditional post-trial catch-up. Once you've spoken to Edgeworth, head to Gourd Lake entrance and meet up with Gumshoe. Head to the boat rental shop this time. Grossberg is there, next to the caretaker shop. Oh! Well, I would never actually do that. I would actually have been lost for so long. Time to go back to Gourd Lake because, well, there's actually something in the boat rental shop that I actually would have never looked. I would have just been like, nope, nothing there. So yeah, we gotta go to the boat rental shop. Then we gotta go into the caretaker shack. And... yep, I would have never noticed this.
That reminds me, Nick. Holly here knows the number to the safe, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Holly, what's the number to the safe?
1228.
Let's open it, Nick. Come on.
I'm sure there isn't any money in there.
Aw. But hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there.
I'm not so sure.
Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there.
I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter.
A letter?
Ah, boring. There's no name on the signature or anything. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Edgeworth?
Nick, why would Edgeworth's name be on here?
How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now this is the time to get revenge on the 2 men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here, in perfect detail.
What do you think it means, Nick?
I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond, he called out Edgeworth. He was following instructions.
But who could have written the letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth?
Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. I have a funny feeling it is Edgeworth's teacher who wants to put him behind bars. Because the DL6 incident is going to be ending soon, and he is probably behind it. I'm going to say there's nothing left in the safe.
Wonder why the caretaker didn't take the letter with him.
He left in a hurry, right? I don't think he even came back here after the trial. I think we can move to Grossberg's office. Wait. I have something. I have something for Edgeworth. Edgeworth, I have something. Edgeworth. So, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where the boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge on me?
Who is that old guy anyway?
I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, right? But I don't remember that old man. Not at all.
So he was following this letter then?
Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond.
It also says this is your last chance.
Last chance? Wait, maybe... Maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man.
What is it? Do you know who he is?
Yogi. Could he be Yogi?
Yogi?
The suspect in the DL6 incident, the one who was found innocent. Oh, we got him. We got something. Yana Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in the elevator together 15 years ago. And then the earthquake hit. That quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier.
I want to get out. Help, get us out.
Don't shout, you'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yana Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent.
Huh. But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to get revenge on you?
Right. Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell all. I have a feeling that nightmare, Edgeworth grabbed the gun and accidentally shot his father. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time.
What kind of dream?
It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark.
Help! I can't breathe. Quiet! I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help! Get us out!
Don't shout. You'll just use up more oxygen.
I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What?
Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you.
What are you?
Stop breathing my air.
No, father. He's attacking my father.
Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from the day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol.
Get away! Get away from my father!
Bang. And with that scream, I awake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years.
But that's just a dream, right? Right?
Hang on, give me a moment. My glasses are a bit dirty. Even though all the light is here, it seems not to work. That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say sometimes people shout out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father.
What?
If you think about that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean? It was me. I was the true criminal of the DL6. I shot my father. This is bad.
What are we going to do, Nick? What can we do?
I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do, like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe.
There is, Nick. There is someone who knows about the DL6.
And that's Grossberg. Grossberg knows about it. He knows about it. Mr. Grossberg. Ah, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled.
No kidding. I can't believe you're not.
Just calm down and tell me what happened,
It's Mr. Edgeworth.
I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father.
It's only a dream. Only a dream.
I wonder.
What?
If the case, then If that's the case, then why don't you two go? You two look so troubled,
Well...
Also, consider this. Yogi certainly quite holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep he wants to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real. As you imagined, Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done.
Oh boy. I don't believe it.
Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close.
What do you think about Edgeworth's father?
He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have done one peer now. That I think about. Your mentor, Mia Fey.
My sister?
Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods.
And?
He lost. And died in despair, as it were.
I see.
When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called us on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey.
I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yana Yogi.
Yogi was found innocent.
That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud.
That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him.
I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son?
It's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless. Oh, so this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond.
But why kill Robert Hammond?
Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own.
Huh? His own sake?
He never trusted his client, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability.
But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter?
Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict, but no one but himself.
How about we potato? Hello, welcome. We are getting down to the deed of trying to find out if Edgeworth is not guilty. He's not. But he's also guilty because he shot and killed his father accidentally. Because when they were in the elevator, he threw the gun fired and killed his father.
Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined.
Huh?
You'll understand soon enough. Wait. What is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before, a long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? Von Karma. Could it be Manfred von Karma? Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. Von Karma. Wait! You're right, my boy! This is Von Karma's handwriting. I'm sure if I knew it was Von Karma! I knew it from the start! He was such a douchebag! I knew it! I knew it was Von Karma! Because of course it would be Von Karma! This guy was just too evil! I used to see it all the time on court reports.
What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was...
Correct. Manfred von Karma himself.
What does this mean then? Why would von Karma want to frame Edgeworth?
If it truly was von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much in court tomorrow, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty.
Oh no. But how could von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare.
That I do not know. Yet I do know that von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son.
What do you mean?
It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma didn't win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred.
What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and von Karma?
Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial, but Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's execution stood.
Faulty evidence?
It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see.
A vacation?
Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe.
You have a strange idea about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot.
Odd. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? When Karma is going to bring up the DL6... You can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6?
I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright, I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know?
I know that. I just believe Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty.
Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest.
Mr. Grossberg, thank you.
I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim.
I understand. The police materials, Okay, let's go to the police department. Oh, this is getting very interesting now. Oh, there's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for that old guy, Yogi. Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again? Well, now I can't have just anyone wandering around in there.
But I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's there.
Von Karma?
Yes, he just arrived, actually. Von Karma's in the record room.
Nick, let's hurry.
Oh, Von Karma, I have some information about you. Oh, this is the first time getting to see Von Karma out of the courtroom.
Dusty as always.
We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just hadn't had the time to clean.
What's wrong, Nick?
Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma. Alright. That's open.
Huh? One of the drawers here is open.
Someone must have been looking in it recently.
The label says Unsolved Cases Evidence.
Unsolved cases.
Nick! The file for DL6 is completely empty.
What? What are you doing in here? Oh my god.
Von Karma?
You! How did you know my name?
Huh?
Have we met?
What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team.
Defense team? I beg your pardon. You see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They are like bugs to me, needless to say, to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. Why the hell are you in here?
Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right?
A romanticist who still can shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second-rate. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record. So you did, but what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Well then, tomorrow will be the last day of his trial. It's been a while since I've had the defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You must know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. We were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up the DL6 in court tomorrow. Well, Mr. Von Karma, I have some proof. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it.
So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter.
Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me a lot of needless hassle. What?
Nick, what is that thing?
A stun gun for self-defense? Usually. Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000? Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it, usually. Now, give me the letter. No!
No.
What are you?
Nick, run!
Well, that's assault! Von Karma just assaulted! Maya! Out of my way! You would think that the police would hear about this.
He just assaulted a defense attorney and the assistant. You would think the police would be on this. Von Karma is guilty. Right here, he just committed a crime and wow, okay. If this were to happen anywhere else, Von Karma would instantly be found guilty because two people are screaming.
There's gone, of course.
And he took the DL6 incidents, all of it. Back to having no clues. Wait, Maya jumped first. Maya, she okay? Maya? Maya, open your eyes. Maya! The letter. Did he take it? Huh? Oh yeah. Are you okay? I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister.
Oh, shoot, I just unplugged the controller. I forgot this thing was not plugged in by a cord.
Well, I fucked up. Not even now when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all. Oh boy. Maya! There has to be some way I can help her. I better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya, she's holding something. What is this? A bullet? DL6 Infinite Evans 7 taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Mia jumped him. Still bears clear ballistic markings. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. Oh no, we're not doing the to be continued shit, okay? No, we're finishing this. Yes, save the progress. Oh boy. Now this is personal. This is personal. Von Karma is now just a dick. He's someone who will do anything. Even break the law. This is it. Judgment Day. Today things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. Ah! What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock still hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyway, today's the last day on the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on the way out. Oh boy. What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I captured our runaway caretaker. I brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name, but that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He doesn't remember, and I'm going to prove it. He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. December 28th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker is yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness to the courtroom. Oh boy, this old man. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness?
Why did you run away yesterday?
The witness was not running away. He will now testify.
I see. Very well, please begin your testimony.
Oh boy, here we go. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did, but I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with the incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as it is.
Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we?
He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi. I'm going to prove it. Oh boy, here we go. I call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and you realized you were in danger. God damn it. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness is not running away. Listen to the testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do, Von Karma and Yanni Yogi. Well, that's a lie. Then why did you leave? Hey! He's just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking? If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. Food? Well, Polly's a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack? Well, I kinda got lost, you see. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehend him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right, nice try. No one's going to believe that.
I see. So he was lost.
Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. You have everything to do. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Yep, seems like it.
Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he is lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on with this? That's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Mr. Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please, don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a judge, it's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over again and the trial ends.
Might I say something, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past, or lack thereof, into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case?
Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. They are lies.
Order, order. Mr. Wright, is there a serious problem with your claim? Or are you saying you know who this witness is?
Of course, Your Honor.
Haha, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he?
Don't play dumb, Von Karma.
Mr. Wright, please tell me
It's Yanni Yogi. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff.
Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi, from the DO6 incident.
It figures the judge would have heard of his name. It's such a famous name.
But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi, right here, right now, then I've got nowhere to go.
Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi?
It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on the file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see. That makes sense.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. What? No fingerprints? You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers with working with the stuff, yep.
What?
Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. No.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems the case has been decided, no? No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. No, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. And there is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one.
Nick, what are we going to do?
I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do now? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot?
What is it, Nick?
No, you're not going to. Your Honor. The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma up on my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce, I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Mr. Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, you should go through with this. And nothing comes out of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences.
Nick, this is crazy.
Well, still want to go through with your little game? Yes, I'm doing it. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. We are cross-examining a parrot right now. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name. The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Ahem. Very well. Witness, who is your owner? Please testify to us. This is going to be quite interesting. Hello, hello. That is such a... Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you going to do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya?
I don't know what to do. I'm looking at the walkthrough.
Uh-huh. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Witness, can't You can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her.
Right. What do I say?
Have we forgotten something? That's right, I say that. Yes, have we forgotten something? As I recall, 2 days ago...
Polly, have we forgotten something?
Don't forget DL6.
If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove that the caretaker has done something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something?
Hello. Squawk.
That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot something. We forgot something.
Hello.
Uh-oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it?
Tisk. Something the matter, Mr. Wright.
Wait. Don't tell me Mr. Von Karma expected this. Couldn't have retrained this parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if something... Oh boy.
Frankly, I can't believe that you're speaking to the parrot.
Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi.
Alright.
Witness. Okay, here we go. Same thing. Maybe I should get her to say her name. Polly, what's your name?
Polly. Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity?
Of course. Yes, it does.
Ha! Fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity. Then show us this proof.
Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker identity is... I have to look this up because these types of things... DL6 case file. Ah, okay. There we go.
The DL6 case file? That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is the proof on this then? Show us or stop wasting our time. Very well, Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where's the file in this?
I'm looking up a walkthrough because... Suspect data. Okay. Suspect data... Okay. I'm gonna try and not look at the... It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see?
I see. It does say that, yes.
What was his fiancée's name?
Polly Jenkins.
Polly. Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her.
I see. I guess that is possible.
Bah! A mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé?
She's only 7 years old.
Indeed. Alone is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence.
Where am I going to find that? Nick, we're getting close. One more, if we could just get one more piece of evidence. Right, but what?
Very well, witness, you may continue.
What's this? What do I even do? Oh, the safe number. I was thinking, I was like, safe number? Maybe I'll get her to say the number of the safe. Huh? The safe, why? Let's just try and get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what was this number to the safe in the shack? 1228.
My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that the number has something to do with the caretaker.
Actually, it does. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it.
Ha! Ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could you possibly link to this number to the caretaker through identity?
I have no idea. I'm like lost right now. Oh, yep. DL6 case file. Alright. Oh, I did not mean to do that.
The DL6 case file. What is the obsession you have with this case?
Mr. Wright, where is the file and is some...
I have to keep on looking at this. It says to... This time, pointing to the case summary, page 1. And then victim data. Alright, let's do it. It's on the case summary page.
The case summary?
Specifically the date on which the DL6 incident occurred.
The date of the incident, December 28. Why, that's today's date 15 years ago.
And the number on that safe is 1228.
Ah.
He used the date of the DL6 incident as a number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him.
I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates.
Bah, this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card number to 0001 because I'm number 1. This has nothing to do with a date, nothing.
That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here.
This is a mere coincidence, that's all.
True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me.
What are you saying?
Summon the caretaker of the boat shop, immediately.
Yeah, now the judge is getting it. He's like,
Witness, tell us your name.
Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. Oh, shit. I accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think, finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years.
Well, let us ask you again. Please state your name for the court.
My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court.
Oh boy.
Yanni Yogi. So it was you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death.
Yes, it was me, I did. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to get revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets.
Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean?
I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit I was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
Well, that's interesting.
Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi?
Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in confession.
Then the defendant Miles Edgeworth is...
innocent in this case, at least.
Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand?
Well, we got a guilty verdict.
There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are clear of a suspicion for this particular case. So I'd like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections?
I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything?
Very well. This court finds the defendant, Miles Edgeworth,
Not guilty. Well, we got our verdict. But it still doesn't it still matters about DL6.
This is all. This court is adjourned. Did someone just say objection?
It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means no. Edgeworth! Your Honor, I object to your judgment.
What do you mean?
I'm not innocent at all. As we heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Uh-oh. What do I do?
Oh, what do I do? What do I do?
Here we go. Oh, it's not even telling me. I am raising an objection. The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst.
Didn't something like this happen yesterday, too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed.
That would be Larry.
We must hear his new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth.
He's right.
We have a duty to hear out Mr. Edgeworth out.
Oh boy. We're cross-examining Edgeworth. For 15 years, I have a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer.
You mean in the incident where your father died?
From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was clear as day. The murderer. The criminal in DL6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I'm guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me.
This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this.
Bah. It's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. We try this man for his crime of 15 years ago.
It's not guilty. Even though it is a murder, it was completely accidental.
I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned.
Oh boy, Edgeworth, what are you doing to me, bro? I'm sorry, Wright. I just wasted all of your effort.
Mr. Edgeworth, I don't believe it, sir. I mean, you kill your dad?
I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances.
This is crazy, just crazy.
Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case for what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent.
What are you talking about, pal? He admitted to it. He convinced that he did it in court.
I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream, it's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is about to begin. I'll prove you're innocent, trust me. Right. Oh boy, here we go.
Now then, I would like to resume our trial.
Judge, Miles Edgeworth admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, through pointless
Let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objection?
No, Your Honor. Mon Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you?
Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand?
Oh boy.
Will the witness state his name and profession?
Miles Edgeworth, I am a prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago you were mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct?
It is correct.
Then testify about this matter to the court.
Mr. Edgeworth was telling me about this dream yesterday. I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please. That day I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell to my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. Oh boy. Oh, there's not much. This is a present. Sixth statement. Okay.
And until now, you thought this memory was a dream.
We were stuck in an elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out and I lost my memory of the events.
Bah. The same claim Mr. Yogi made.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Said 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard one gunshot and the scream. Everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came.
I see.
No, Your Honor, unfortunately you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony.
You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell me what page it is on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony?
Was it victim data? Because, yes, victim data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says quite plainly the murder weapon was fired twice. Oh, I didn't even look at that. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot. Yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot?
Was there perhaps another shooter who fired the second shot?
Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when the second shot was fired.
I have a feeling Von Karma is guilty here.
It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident.
What?
I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of these shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with the case?
Well, yeah, that's probably what I do. I do click yes. Yes. Point to the bullet hole in the door. DL6 incident photos as proof. Okay. This is where I'm kind of lost here. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof.
What? Impossible.
No, Mr. Von Karma. Save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to the incident?
Okay, we have to...
Oh, yeah. I completely forgot when it said there's a bullet hole in the door. Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the same time of the incident. This photo proves it.
So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where?
Your Honor, please get a clue. Show the judge the contradiction in the photo. It's right here. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here.
I see a bullet hole in the door.
Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol, yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Oh, here we go.
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart, the other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot fire rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else.
Mr. Wright,
But who could that someone be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. The case summary. That's on page 1. Look what is written here. Not a single clue was found at the scene. Oh. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene.
he does have a point.
The second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the only one fired by his own son. This is the truth of the matter, the whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. But it's a bullet hole.
I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, Mr. Von Karma says the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So we all have is a single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim.
I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick! If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No, but you said you do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just when I saw the photograph, I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick.
Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up all this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
Precisely.
I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing the verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections?
No, I do not.
So you killed your father though that was not your intention?
Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepted the guilty.
Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce the verdict on the defendant right here today.
Right now.
Indeed. Does anyone have any objections?
I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There's so many things I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words.
Mr. Wright.
Oh, I have an objection. Your Honor. Your Honor, I object. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object, Nick, I don't know. This case is perfect.
Oh no. It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it.
It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright.
Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet. It existed.
What? Well, we've just heard proof that it does not exist.
I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it. From the scene of the crime, that's what happened.
But who?
The murderer.
The murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer?
I'm still thinking about this one.
So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not that easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer?
The murderer had to find it. Of course there was a need. That's why they took it.
But what possible reason could they have had?
Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene of the crime with them is the bullet would be proof. Maybe they thought that the bullet would be used as proof.
Proof?
It was a special bullet, so they took it with them.
If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Huh? Why would they have only taken the one of the two shots fired?
Oh, right.
Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? I'm going to have to penalize you.
This isn't going well.
Was there...
Well, I thought I had it. Murderer did need... Okay, so I was right about that. The murderer did need to find it. Let me see. Alright. Oh, the murderer didn't need to find it. Oh, I thought it was... Okay, the murderer didn't need to find it. Why would the murderer have spent time looking for a stray bullet? I haven't got a clue.
What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Bah,
The murderer had no reason to take the bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true.
had to take it. Had to take it? The murderer... What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor? I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene of the crime, but the murderer had to take that bullet.
Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean?
Well, for instance... For instance, what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer.
The bullet hit the murderer?
Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there, you know? Wait a second. I was just talking off my head, but what if that's really what happened?
Let me get this straight. So, at the time of the murderer themselves was shot, and they left with the second bullet still inside them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime.
Yes, I guess that's how it would work, yes.
But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean
the murder came from outside, yes. He's getting to it. Oh. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws. The pistol discharges and the bullet... The bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside.
Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I can't deny the possibility of what you say.
What are you saying? Deny it! Deny it! No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer.
No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick. Huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday?
Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months.
Oh my god, he shot him! We got him in the bag now! The murderer appears in court and we got him.
What if Von Karma didn't take the vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma.
Oh man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright. You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you haven't indicated the possibility that the murderer came from the outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now?
I have to.
Yes, I'm gonna say it now.
Your Honor, there is a suspect, one lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect?
My hands are shaking.
V what? Von Karma. Von Karma? Oh boy. You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor, the one standing right over there? Bah. You don't object? I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated me. Have him testify.
Nick, let's find out who his doctor is.
It's no use. Edgeworth.
I know Von Karma perhaps too well.
He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That doctor would leave it. Nobody's that perfect.
So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull that bullet out by himself? It's insane.
No, we couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait.
What does that mean?
The bullet has to be somewhere. But where? Tisk. Well, Mr. Wright. Can you produce evidence?
I think it is show evidence. Let me see.
The metal detector!
Alright, Von Karma. I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how to use it, like so much.
What? The evidence that
proves Von Karma was shot. A metal detector. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leaving an evidence trial. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it is unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself.
You don't mean...
I do. There is a possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma.
Is that even possible for all these years?
Well, there's only one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find.
Oh, we got you now, bitch. We got you now. We got you now. We got you now, bitch. You can't escape from this. God damn it, I pulled out the cord again. I really got to get a Switch controller that does not have a cord that gets... Oh, my God. I refuse.
You refuse? But refusing this means... you acknowledge the bullet is still inside you.
Hey, Bum. We're getting to it. Your Honor, the defense requests that we will be allowed to use the metal detector.
Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy.
The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing.
Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Oh! Uh-oh! It reacted. Something inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma?
You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident.
What?
I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6.
Why is there a bullet in your shoulder?
But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course he can. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence.
That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday.
Except I do. I have that small other bullet. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright.
No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma.
What?
You were close, one day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof.
What?
Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Mr. Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in the shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof.
It is the bullet we have.
It's this bullet.
That's a bullet. Where did you get that?
This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident that was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings? You may recall the term, it came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Which is funny because it's actually 2 weeks ago.
Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun, all markings with the weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate.
Yeah. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We can analyze both bullets, then if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, will you let us remove the bullet from your shoulder? Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on the bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? Ah, what a shock.
That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Can't breathe. Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air! I'll stop you! Stop breathing my air!
Oh boy. Bang. That scream. It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago.
Von Karma, it was you who screamed!
That. Oh, you are now.
Mr. Von Karma!
15 years comes back to bite you in the ass.
So it was you. You and your father are my curse!
Your father shamed me with the penalty on my record. And you left a scar in my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death.
15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you.
I was careless.
I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered you in the past, but not this time.
Edgeworth?
And he was shocked like I had never known.
Me, penalized. It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. I was in the courtroom records. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights have gone out. I went out to the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then there was a noise. It was pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. It was his last moments. Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was a perfect crime. Who would have thought another man would have come to open the elevator door? Judge? What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it.
Very well. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Miles Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, not guilty.
Well, that took a long time.
That took way too long. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Oh boy. December 28th, 5:38 p.m. District Court Defense Lobby number 2. Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! I gotta say, I'm impressed. It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it. I know. I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now, it's just all a good memory.
So, it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this.
I know. Try thank you.
I see. Thank you, right? You're welcome.
I think you could have done better than that.
Sorry. I'm not good at this sort of thing.
You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. She's got you there.
Whoop! Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down because of this month a bit. But who cares?
See, Mr. Edgeworth? You should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you.
I see.
I feel foolish.
Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it.
It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded.
Hey, y'all. Lada. Y'all were great in there.
Thank you.
Yo, Edgeworth, congrats.
Thank y'all very much.
I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there.
You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you?
Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which... Oh, speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who? Me? Oh, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick.
Really? That's too bad.
Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park?
Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over.
God damn it. Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now?
Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world.
You don't look sick.
It's Kiaz. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind.
Shouldn't have seen that coming.
Yo, Edgy, there you are.
Yes, here I am.
Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration.
Celebration? That's unusual for you.
Harry Butts, you come along tonight too. My treat, pal. Thanks. Looking forward to it.
Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me.
When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right?
I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah? What's up? That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's not strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's a lot. Not a lot either. $38 exactly. You gotta be fucking kidding me! Nick, wasn't that the exact amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? $38. No. No, Larry, it was you? What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into the school anyway. Then you saw the money lying there, and the rest is history.
I never was good at history, huh?
Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really, right? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out.
Well, this is sure an unexpected turn of events, eh?
Edgeworth? You should have told me! Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations have run out from... I'd say so, yes.
There you have it.
Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you always have been something of an insufferable emotionalist.
Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too.
Death! The death sentence for both of you! Man, if I only known, I'd become a prosecutioner! The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I'd known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. Want to switch right? Hey y'all, line up. I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go.
After all that, dinner's on me.
Am I gonna get a photo? Do I get to see a photo? Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A little letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless, so I decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick.
Oh, come on! Goodbye? What time is it? The first trains for the mountains have already left. To the station. Oh boy. Hey, a new scene. I guess I'm too late.
Hey, Nick?
Maya! So, you're leaving?
Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay?
You're not going anywhere. Wait.
What?
I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help.
Huh?
On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice.
Oh, you heard my sister?
Yes, only her voice, but still. It was the very end when I thought we'd lost everything.
Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick.
But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya.
Huh?
I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around into daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped.
Evidence?
We have the bullet. We have this bullet.
A bullet?
Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6, but you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma, and you were the one who gave it to me.
Nick.
Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you.
I'll be back soon.
Huh?
I'm going to complete my training and come back.
Okay, I'll be waiting.
Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless.
I don't know about that. Oh, that's a train bell.
So, this is it.
See you soon, Maya. Well.
Thanks, Nick.
Oh, this is a happy ending. I mean,
And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page. And say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Huh. Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink your claim. Yes, Your Honor. Oh yeah, I got a bad feeling about this.
we have gotten the ending. We beat the first. I know there's a fifth trial, but I don't give a shit. This is an ending.
Hey, pal, Mr. Edgeworth came down with the president to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Whoop. Detective Gumshoe. Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh?
I don't know.
This is a lot of fun. I'm gonna be able to get to the next game soon.
Huh, Nick? Haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you call a cheap date. Huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now. Yeah, of course, another girl who goes to another freaking...
God damn it, Larry! Go for someone you could date who lives close by.
Oh, right? Yeah, I remember him. He's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful.
I still can do the slimy guy's voice.
I have a feeling that the next trial is going to take place years later. Phoenix Wright? Ah, the defense attorney whom I wrote that Avedon for, yes. As you should know, I've taken over management of the Gateway Hotel recently. Should you be in the area, please stop by.
I love doing voices for these characters because it's so much fun. You get to have a range of voices.
Ahem. Oh, it's you! Phoenix Wright? Ah, yes, me as understudy. Was he not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of a fresh lemon, you see.
Phoenix got older. But I'm thinking we are in the presence of Maya. We are in the place of Maya. Oh God. Phoenix Wright? Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Did you know that I can't even read your dialogue, old bag? I can't read her dialogue. That is one voice I'm just not going to be able to do. I mean, her voice destroyed my throat.
I'm pleased to announce the Pink Princess is a hit. I'm sure that Mr. Wright a great deal. I want to keep my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dream, you know.
I don't remember his voice, so I went with a deep, kind of grunty, gravelly voice because I don't remember his voice. Oh my God. Oh, the letter I got from Maya the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She said she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway? All the people we have encountered over this time. Interesting. Right? Who's that? I want to talk. You want to talk? Let's talk, Princess. But you know, I snuck in the studio the other day, and I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. What a dog! What a kind of shock for a boy of my tender age. Yeah, that was a shock to you. No one's gonna believe you, but of course you have photos, so. Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy, huh? Me? I'm trained to become a paranormal photographer. You know, the picture that I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real! Now that's a tale. I'm gonna be famous. She better be a photographer for ghosts. You can catch those all the time. This is a great game. Look at that photo. Look at that photo. Barry Human, welcome to Phoenix Wright. We just finished the first game, I think. I think we just finished the first game. I think. What? Aw, oh, come on! A brand new episode has been added. Oh boy, here we go. We didn't finish the first game, but we just started the new one. All right, here we go. Episode 5 of the final episode in the first game. Let's get to it. Ooh, this is interesting. Oh, there's animation. Holy shit. Oh, this is gonna be great. Wait, there's 2 assailants? Wait, what? Oh, man. This is gonna be fun. Oh, the police station. Who's this? Who's this? I'm interested. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but I took none. That is, until the day that girl showed up. What girl? Wright and Co. law offices. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. There you are, finally. Where have you been? My sister's trial is tomorrow.
What? Who the fuck is this? Who are you?
Doesn't matter who I am, it only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney, Maya Fey. Oh, you're not Maya Fey, are you?
I'm sorry, but Miss Maya Fey no longer works here?
So, you are the coffee boy?
I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney.
Right. Wait, you're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case?
Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though.
And that's a relief then. You're better than nobody.
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now.
But you're Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney?
Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere.
Please, I'm out of time.
But
Please, you have to help. It's my sister.
Uh-oh, flashbacks! Could it be? Okay, I'll hear you out.
Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator.
Scientific investigator? Okay. Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator?
Yes, that's right. Is something wrong?
No, it's just you seem kind of jumpy, or maybe just young?
Young? I'll be 16 years old this year.
Oh boy, she is young. She's 16. Ew. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16?
I am set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite known at my age, no less.
So, what exactly is your current position then?
Well, legally speaking, I guess you can call me an 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job at my age, no less.
Great, another future professional in training. So, what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow?
My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't.
So, it's a murder case.
I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact.
And there's a witness.
Just talk to her. You have to talk to her.
Right, I suppose I will.
I promised her I'd bring Maya Fey, but...
That's interesting. How would she know Mia? Legally, I'm 11th grader. Oh boy. So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up then?
Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know.
Still, it's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one.
I believe investigation should be done scientifically. Don't you?
Yeah. Sure can't fault her for a lack of enthusiasm.
If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared.
Your sister?
I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done.
I'm looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. Well, I better talk to her.
My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school.
So they went to the same school, huh?
She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And well, I need one.
Accidentally, Mia is a woman.
Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's.
Well, it's nice to help your sister out like this. You must be close.
Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her.
Huh?
But she's my only family.
Your only family? What about your parents?
They died in a car accident when I was little.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, well, it's time to go to the detention center and talk to someone, and of course I've turned into a Scottish person again. Okay. I have a package coming today, too, from Walmart.
I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She's got quite all of a sudden as soon as we arrived.
Oh boy. Guard, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors.
Sorry, ma'am, it's just, your sister. No excuses. Or did you not want a raise this year, Understood, ma'am. What was that all about?
Hi, Lana.
Funny. Seems to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing.
Look, I didn't want to come here, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. He'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma.
Okay, I have a funny feeling that the devs of this game literally made this girl look like Mia. And the sister look like Maya. I have a sudden feeling of that.
Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
Hey, how do you know me?
Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit.
I'm sorry, what exactly is it that you do?
My name is Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district.
You're a prosecutor?
Two sisters, one a lawyer. Could this be coincidence?
Emma, Lana, I mean, they're just like...
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright?
Okay, let's get to talking.
There's something you should know from the start.
Which is?
The suspect in the case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect is... me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright?
Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened?
The crime took place yesterday, February 21st at 5:15 p.m.
That's quite specific.
It was in the witness's deposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime.
That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it?
The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of a subordinate's car.
Prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's car trunk.
Classy. I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed, as it were.
Well, that's just great.
So, who was the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. Detective. Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach.
By you?
Death was immediate, but the wound was fatal.
I see.
Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you?
Uh-oh.
What, Mr. Wright? What does it mean?
Well, it means
the police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so.
This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. All right, Lana, let's see what you... So, you're the chief prosecutor.
That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell.
That's an awfully large nutshell.
Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize a different chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident when I stabbed him. That is... Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose.
How am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. Wait, she was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her?
Emma told you that too, did she? Well, why not? I dragged him all the way from his office. Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia.
Hey!
He was in law school. I was in my third year, and she was auditioning the class. She was different than the other students.
Different?
She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was the problem why she attached to me.
Excuse me?
Intellectually attracted. Lana was the top of her class in school. I was the best there was.
Oh.
I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. It sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright... excuse me? As you can plainly see, I'm admitting to my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case, none. But, Lana... What? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana, I know. So, how can you say you did it? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Mr. Wright. Yes? I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest, I leave to you. You mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed after all. The case is over. Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Well, this is an interesting court case. Lana has confessed to the crime, yes, but something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here, and I'm going to find out what it is. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? About what? My sister. She's not always like that, you know. I never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe, well, maybe not. Sounds like there's something there that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go check this underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay. All right, to the parking lot. Well, this is a parking lot. Very high tech for what I've seen. So this is the lot where it all happened. Looks like they're still investigating. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone, keep up the good work. Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they're going to be my co-workers in 3 years from now on, after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. I'm trying not to stand out too much here, see? Hey there. You suspecting to go unnoticed here, partner. Partner? Who is this? What do we have here? Looks like a bambina got loose from the range and this is up to no good. Folks gotta learn them doggies tied down, partner. Mr. Marshall? Marshall looks more like a sheriff to me. Looky here, bambina. I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see? Strike? This is our claim, our territory, with a motherload of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream? You want to? What's this guy talking about? I have no idea what he's talking about either. I don't speak Texas. I don't speak cowboy. I'ma head home now. Happy trails, bambina. Was that, hombre a friend of yours? Kinda, sorta. Yeah, he's a detective. Who thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West? Oh, boy. Well, there's a wallet on the ground. What's this? A wallet? Excuse me, officer? Wait! What are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it. This is a real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in my pocket. How is that scientific? Sounds like theft to me. Oh boy, we got a wallet and we got someone worse than Maya. I'm called to duty already at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay? By the way, her eyes are sparkling. I can tell she's been waiting for this. Okay, now, look at the court records. Wait a second, what? This is a new feature. You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Now let's start examining from every angle. Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, I like that. Ooh, I can move it. I can move it. I can move it. Look at this. I can move it. I'm spending way too much time looking at the 3D prop here. Oh, look. I think there might be a clue here. You should check it out with the press of the A button. Ow. Oh, wow. Okay. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID number 5842 18 and 9. See? Well, isn't scientific investigation useful? I guess, though I don't see what science has to do with it. Oh boy. Goodman's ID card, right? Okay. Well, let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. I guess I've got to be on my toes from now on. Look, a door! This must mean something. I'm not sure that door means anything. Oh, my God. Thank you for the raid. Bad plum gun welcome. Well, at least I can do this now. I've been prepared. Let me do this. What were you guys playing? How was your stream? Sorry, I just didn't expect a raid to happen. Well, that's interesting. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome. I'm Midnight War. I am a billion-plus-year-old vampire mommy. And currently, right now, we are playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, the 5th episode. I stream every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Thursdays and Fridays at 9:30 a.m. And on Saturdays and Sundays, 10 o'clock a.m. Oh, well, I hope you had a lot of fun in it. I tend to do a lot of voices with my own things. I'm not sure that means anything. No, it won't open. A mysterious lock. I failed to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, we need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? Oh god, it's like if Maya literally was younger. Oh god! Aha! A ladder! That's a stepladder? What's the difference in scientific terms, please? Scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. Oh boy, is she gonna go crazy over a phone? Oh my god, she went crazy over a phone! We don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears! No, my ears! Maybe it's due to the biometric pressure. What is she babbling about? I don't know what she's babbling. Hey, what did you just say? See, you can hear fine. The phone's not broken. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. This wall is in our way. It's got a faucet for water. Wait, I know! This wall is merely a facade hiding the truth. This is no wall, but a water tank. I fail to see how it makes any difference either way. Ah, boy. I'm on the same case, but I couldn't finish it tonight, so I figured I should raid someone else who was playing the same game. Well, thank you very much for the raid. An oil drum. Looks like it's filled with water. It's heavy. I can't even budge it. The drum over here is on its side. Wait, I know. I'll hide in here and do a stakeout. I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you may even not have to hide in the drum to get arrested. What? I'm not suspicious. Oh god, I'm stuck with a girl who's similar to Maya in every way, but not Maya. This is where the car leaves the lot. There on the ground makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Well, maybe it's both. Kind of dual purpose? Aha! The theory of relativity. Well, thank you very much, Bad Plum Gunpla, for the follow. We are one step closer for people being able to hit me with stuff so I can reach the affiliate rank. That's what I'm hoping for. Hey, I've got to write this down. Hey, Mr. Wright? Maybe you know what relativity... German, or was he British? Mr. Relativity? Are you sure that was his name? Oh boy. So much craziness. Well, I think I've explored as much as I can. Nope, there's a sign up there. Look, a stylish glass-walled room. Very nice. You should see the whole parking lot from in there. It says security. Perhaps it's a cafe? Huh? Alright. Have a good rest, Bad Plum Gumba. Cafe security. Yeah, that must be it. Let's check it out later. Yep. I hate to break it to you, but I think that's probably just a security guard door. You know, I scored a 97 on a test the other day. Too bad they don't have a test for common sense. Yeah, I know. Okay. Well, there's nothing here. Is there anything else I can do? Let's see. Oh, there's this, nope, can't do anything there. We explored that. We did this. We did that. We went over here. We did that. Court record. Let me check this out. Anything on the back? Oh, there's someone. It said, oh, there's something. A name and ID number are written here. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID number 58, 58, 42, 18, and 9. I wonder why they only use numbers for IDs. What else would they use? Letters, silly. They're the reason we have a written language in the first place. True. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID Yabad See? Wouldn't it be better? Yabadab? Well, it does have a certain ring to it. Exactly my point! I'm not doing TE. I'm not doing that. I've done an ara already. Not doing that again. Doesn't take much to amuse her. Well, we don't have anything else. Well, I'm gonna check my badge. Oh wow, look at this badge! So this is what the back of the badge looks like. And I always thought it had a safety pin. Each badge has a number carved into it. That way you can tell which attorney it belongs to. You mean you could lend your badge to anyone? No, it'd be found right away. Well, that's no fun. Yes, that's no fun at all. I love this. I love the 3D. I love the 3D. Yes, the spinning. I should probably shut up about that. Zoom in. Zoom in. Closer. This is a nice badge. The 3D is just mesmerizing. Wait. Okay, I'm done. Doesn't seem like there's anything else. Looking at everything, I don't see anything else. Nope. Lights, no. Well, I guess we go back to the law office. Anything else? No. Here, see this? I noticed that defense attorneys have a tendency to want to show people things. What is this, a behavioral study of the lawyers? Okay, what if I show you my badge? See this? It's my attorney badge. Well, I've never seen a real one before. You're the first one who's actually been interested in mine, I believe. Its composition is mostly silver. The gold plating is flaking a bit. She analyzed it scientifically. There doesn't appear to be any corrosion due to... I'd give you $50 for it. Sorry, but it's not for sale yet. Oh, wait. I think there's more to explore in the underground parking lot. Let's see. Yep, there's a slide feature. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is the car. Well, no time to wait. Let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what this is. Well, partner, looks like we got no intention of going home quietly. Again, this guy. The sheriff. Like I said before, this here's our claim. You best be moseying along unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Scary. Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car?
Well, well, the little filly's got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides that red Mustang with the body and the saddle, eh?
Please.
No problem, partner. About time for anyway. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prosecutor's office. Might just find you a server you like. Prosecutor's office? Where does this guy think he is, and when for that matter?
Note to self, look up Vidi Saloon Cerveza.
Maybe we should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here as all you like, just keep your paws off our claim. Right, great.
Great. Maybe there's some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out.
Excuse me. Were you two all set? Us? Okay, she did it. I know it's her immediately. I can tell it's her immediately. This girl did it.
What's this?
She couldn't be.
You're selling lunches here? This is a crime scene. Hello, half and half, was it? Thanks. And you, sir?
Yes?
Some crunchy goodness coming at you?
Thanks. Interesting way of doing business.
This area is off limits due to anyone without clearance, especially passerbys. Or are you officers? No, but you don't look like the type to have clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone. Even in my days as the cough-up queen are over.
Cough up? Huh?
You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are blurred into my eyes. You might say, yes, all the sordid secrets. Secrets? Dear me, you are a slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective.
What?
A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please.
Cough up, Queen. Tell us what happened.
The name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, if she means it.
But why does she have a little, like, octopus squid thing around her neck?
Somehow I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon.
Destiny? Was yesterday special for some reason?
You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know the foul misdeeds of evil ones who haunt this den of iniquity.
Evil ones?
Prosecutors, they have no qualms about the blackening of the name of the innocent. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of them all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday? I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this, evil? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the cough-up queen. Ew. The most heinous of all, the evil ones, the ones they awarded every day. It was in this car they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all.
Really? Really what? I'm totally confused. So am I. Why is she called the cough-up queen? Does she kill people? She probably kills people. I'm gonna say she's the murderer.
One thing's clear.
This lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. She would hate Edgeworth. So what exactly is it that you witnessed, Miss Starr?
It was fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel I know what they say when a woman talks about a woman's wrath. To see Lana Skye wield that knife so. Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of the silvery ties to the world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears, and the rhythmic beat of Lana Sky's knife. Wait a second, you know Lana Sky? Of course, it's quite a feat becoming a chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did you pack to make the journey, I wonder? She always travels light. Now, why would this pretty lunch lady know the prosecutor's name? Could we ask about yourself, Miss Star? I come here every day to sell lunches.
I wonder why she comes here every day to sell lunches. I wonder if she's putting cyanide in the food. I mean, that is a thing.
I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand.
What the fuck is that?
The kind you can only tell someone who has tried General Tso's Trilobite lunch set. A Trilobite?
Hello, local water boy. Yes, we're talking about a woman right now who I think committed the murder, 100%. She just seems too out of place there. Like, there's always that one person in these stories who always is, like, so colorful. They have to be it. Now, Emma here, she looks like every old scientist. Her sister looks like every old... And then we got this girl who's literally parading herself about being how she is.
I don't even want to appreciate part of the Trilobite's favor. Look how colorful she looks. She is easily trying to get someone's attention or bring attention away from something. Her boxed lunches have to have some sort of poisoning or some type of thing in them that must have killed the guy. I mean, she just happened to be the witness? Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See the security room over there? The glass-walled booths? I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him. Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance. So, to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Star, a lunch vendor at the ulterior motive of coming here. Useful analysis, not. Oh boy. Did you have a bad experience with the prosecutor, Miss Star? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Huh, perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they are, the worse they smell. Kind of like 10-day-old clams in chowder. I wonder if Miss Star was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. I don't know, she probably had some legal trouble in the past and then decided, hey, I'm gonna start killing these prosecutors and making people believe I'm gonna start killing people and have my boyfriend help out so we can get this person. I have a sudden feeling that she did this. I know how this crime worked out. That sure can cause food poisoning, scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking cough-up queen. I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. Nah, what? I can't look at the about this card. Lunchland vendors only accept cash, no cards. Especially not a card belonging to someone else. No, this isn't a credit card, it's an ID card. It belongs to a detective. And you're showing this to me, the lunch lady, why? That's like showing a fine honeyed ham to a detective. Why do I feel like I'm being mocked? Yeah, let's go to the high prosecutor. Oh my god. Is this The Silver Samurai is in the background right there, and that's Edgeworth's coat. Is this fucking Edgeworth's room? Is this... Are we gonna see Edgeworth? This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Thanks. Look, there's a trophy or something there. A trophy? What kind of shield? It takes a real nerve to display this type of stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must have a real stuck-up jerk. Phoenix Wright.
You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? That voice. It's Edgeworth! Long time no see, Edgeworth.
Huh? Mr. Edgeworth!
You know him from somewhere?
Of course! I'm his biggest fan! My sister introduced us once, and...
Right, her sister is a chief prosecutor after all. Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk.
No, did I? No. It was just Mr. Wright here, he...
Hey, don't blame me!
We're just here to investigate a murder case.
Murder?
A body was found in a nasty, bright red sports car in the parking lot.
That would be my car. What up?
God damn it, Edgeworth! Why do you have to be a part of something again? You're now a key witness to the crime.
Your car?
I'll say one thing, she certainly can scream.
Edgeworth, why is it your car? You just have been cleared innocent. Twice! And now you're doing this 2 months later. Oh, boy.
So the body was found in your car? Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, didn't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less.
No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean...
Wait. So, you're the chief's prosecutor's little sister, then?
Yes, sir. Emma Skye. It's nice to meet you again.
Now, that didn't sound forced at all. Now I remember. You've really grown. I'll admit, it was a surprise for me, too. To think my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can't understand.
What did you say?
Alana Skye is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the districts. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at tomorrow's trial.
You? Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh, great. You're getting more and more confused. I'm getting more and more confused. Edgeworth is the prosecutor. I'm defending a prosecutor who didn't commit a murder because I'm pretty sure it's the woman who is the lunch lady who did... Man, I am getting very heated about this. It is a mid-stream tangent. That's what happens every time.
To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all.
What do you mean?
Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Local water boy, I'm not gonna understand anything either right now. All we're doing right now... Oh, you haven't even played this. Well, you'll understand it soon. We are an attorney trying to make someone innocent. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy. Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life, impossible to stop. But some of them even go as far to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Well, yes, to an extent. I mean, if this was a real court game, there wouldn't be as much, like, as an attorney, you have to find out stuff, but you wouldn't be able to do as much as you do. No. I mean, I know someone who is, oh boy. Toys, that bronze shield? There's gotta be a story behind that one. Chief Prosecutor Skye. Yes, we first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case.
That's right, I remember.
2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer then. Since then, I've always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken.
Mistaken? Why? I mean, she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you.
Then why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. What?
How did she have your knife? I'm so confused now. Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon?
To be specific, it was the knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. I'm confused more than I thought. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, can't he take a joke?
You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright.
And now we have to present him with something. It's against my policy to discuss evidence with the defense, especially with you.
He doesn't like you much, does he, Mr. Wright?
Nah, with Edgeworth, it's never personal. It's all about winning tomorrow. Say, Edgeworth, I was wondering about this.
Mr. Wright!
Huh? What?
Are you sure you should be showing that to Edgeworth?
Oh. He'll take it for sure, won't he?
I wish I could be on the same side as Edgeworth. But then my sister would be found guilty.
If she sighs any deeper, I'm going to start getting depressed. Alright. I guess we'll back to the... I don't know what to do. Right, co-law offices? Talk about anything? No? No? I mean, there's this knife. Could you take a look at this?
You?
Yes.
You said you wanted some hot tea, right?
No, but thanks. She didn't even look at me.
You must have to brew the leaves a long time to get the rich flavor like this. We pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it! So that's the secret to their aroma. Exquisite!
The only thing I'm smelling here is wasted time. Oh boy. Oh right, there's the examine button. A work desk. It's quite tidy as one might expect.
What a nice desk! Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection.
Gumshoe. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe?
Maybe I'll take the name plaque as a souvenir.
Don't. He'll sue you.
My, what an amazing banquet?
I don't know what that word is.
Just right for Mr. Edgeworth.
No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead, Wendy. Wendy? I've heard that name before somewhere.
And beside it, a giant steel samurai. Oh, I want one.
Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place, Wendy.
Wendy. Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiancée?
Oh, God! I don't think so.
It's Miss Oldbag.
There's a tea set.
Oh, cute! What a pretty tea set. I go more for the instant tea bags myself. Amazing, the drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Look at the royal blend, what an exquisitely splendid concoction.
There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far.
Whoa, these are all cases of files. They're all stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder.
Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights.
He must have someone to get them for him.
Strange. Why did I just picture...
He must study these case reports so closely. He's so cool.
You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on the ladder.
Is everything we're going to examine she's just going to be extremely excited about? Hey, a chessboard. I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like the blue's in a bit of a tight spot. The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn. Huh? Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Reminds me of me. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Edges, surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. Nah, it's nothing. I wonder. I've been wondering, what the heck is this? It has a big K on it. The prosecutors. Huh? What was that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy.
King of Prosecutors?
It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What's so? So that K, that's...
K stands for king.
Yeah, you got a problem with that. I didn't design the thing.
King of Prosecutors, kind of employee of the month, only better.
You okay?
So that's the King of Prosecutors shield, huh?
Well done, Edgeworth. You must be proud to be the King of Prosecutors.
Congratulations, King of Prosecutors.
Please stop saying that. That still doesn't explain one thing. Why is the tip of the shield broken off? Now I'm curious.
Mr. Edgeworth has such a comfy sofa. Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap. I bet he pores over his case files here until the wee hours of the morning, then takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, and goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow.
I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth working.
I bet in the morning he has a sofa hair and creases it in his cheek for the seams. He's so cool.
Sofa hair is cool? Then we got this.
Wow, it's the jacket. This jacket is even lacier than the usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket.
Lucky jacket, right. I've never seen him wear it.
I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in the frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture.
She's getting way too excited about this. Window outside.
Whoa! What a view! It must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor.
I guess you would feel important.
Incidentally, were you trying to jump out this window the time until impact with the ground would be? Got it. Approximately 3.23 seconds.
That's handy to know. Well... Oh, there's something on the bottom.
Hey, check it out. There's a metal plate here.
Looks like the names of all previous receipts engraved on it.
Wow, one guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Well, whatever. He's from... He must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime.
When she says it, his name does have kind of a ring. Okay. Anything else to look at? There's this plaque. But why is this right here? This is an interesting statue. Think it is that. We can ask him about this. So basically, this says you were the best of the best last year, huh? You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty.
Huh? Why's that?
I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield.
The police department?
Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works, yeah?
I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken?
Why does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about.
Oh, right.
He doesn't seem too concerned about his award for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office.
Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday.
Well, no, I did not mean to do that. Wow, there's a lot of dialogue I already wrote.
Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder?
Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office.
Cleaning day?
Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal.
Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words.
Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. there's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors, and that's when you got the shield. I was the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. No, I place my faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is the solid evidence. Alright. This is the parking stub from the underground lot. The murder took place around 5:15, so he is a definite witness to that time. So the murder happened right after you got back. What right? I'd appreciate if you'd direct that suspicious glare somewhere else. Oh my god. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm Edgeworth. What is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. You've got your report, sir. Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all. Sky, sir? No, sir. In name of the kind, sir. What? Not in the report, sir. I think I just heard Edward's lid blow. Mr. Edward's lid isn't on very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, but sir... I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you, sir. I wasn't aware of the particulars of what... Give me your name. Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. Right, Officer Meekins. Take your report and leave. And good luck with the raise next month. But, sir, I didn't know. Poor guy, looks like he was absent on the day when they gave out brains and good luck. Right. Yes, sir. That caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective from the same department as the patrolman just now. Go down to the police station. You can ask more there. Thanks. He seems to finally calm down, at least. No, we don't need to examine anything. The police department. I have to... Oh, boy. 1 second. I've got a nail, and it's driving me up the wall. Oh, and it came with some dead skin. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? Whew, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me, that took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. The police department, huh? I've only ever been to the criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's this? Oh wow, this is just creepy. Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? Oh wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Uh-oh, he knows me. He sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal, what are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there? What? Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. Right, very busy. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You'd better not agree to defend this suspect in this case. Why not? Huh? Well, it's just the chief prosecutor's confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him. But what if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. But what if the evidence was faked? Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a sec? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister.
Whoa, the chief prosecutor's little sister.
Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically.
Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked.
Huh?
It's just, it's a sensitive issue with us these days.
Yeah, I wonder why.
So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe?
Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs.
Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time?
What do you mean this time?
Then what happened? I know things are busy, but right now, I mean, with my sister's case and all.
It's true. We've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being let into the criminal affairs now. The lowest ranked guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us ranked and file detectives in at all.
None of you? I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd?
So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the Badger dance down pat.
Isn't there anything else you could be doing?
The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal, and Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot.
Of course his name is Marshall. God, this... Jeez. Officer Marshall. Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy.
A patrolman in the charge of the crime scene is unheard of, pal. Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive police chief prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I didn't mean, I mean, sure, of course, someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth.
Car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Poor Mr. Edgeworth, what could have happened? We have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this?
Huh? Hey, pal, this is a detective's ID card. You can't just keep that, you have to turn it into the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time.
Me, Detective Gumshoe, must drop his card a lot.
Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman? Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake.
But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs?
Whoa, now I remember. Bruce Goodman. He's the victim.
That's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe?
So, this ID card belongs to the victim. He was a detective like myself, Detective Bruce Goodman.
Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where to be found?
Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transfer for a case he handled 2 years ago.
Evidence transfer. Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that the chief prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot.
And Law is confessing as much.
Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday.
Were you at the awards ceremony, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself.
Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later.
Apparently, he's forgotten.
But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. Even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office.
Naysayers must be because of the rumors. No, that's not where I need to go. Nothing? There's always confusion. Talk, no.
Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed in Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Scott to do such a thing?
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, there's always the examine. I completely forget about the examine. I was wondering about that.
What, the Dancing Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece.
Yeah, it's totally a masterpiece. You made this, Detective Gumshoe?
The chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal.
Nice work.
It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the battery dies.
Poor Blue Badger fated to dance until he drops. Why is that considered evidence? Detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action. Somehow the thought fails to excite me. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. And then I said, "Hey! You do that, your soup will get cold, buddy."
That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried.
I guess he wasn't saluting, he was wiping tears from his eyes. They make a good pair. Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white? No idea. Why? Well, I think they're designed after a panda. A panda? Not that I have scientific proof, it's just a theory. Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory? It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been to the zoo. See? What about zebras? Or did they not have those at your zoo? The banner here is announcing the crime-fighting campaign. Nice slogan. I wonder if they'll be selling fingerprint sets. I don't think it's that kind of campaign. What family would want a set at home? It's good for finding out who snuck into the cookie jar. I think most families can figure out without the extra help. Police sign? I always get excited when I come to the police station. Why is that? Just feels like I've jumped into a movie, huh? You know, with the police and criminals. Well, I don't think if this is all the excitement. Sure it is. Look at those two officers over there. They're all probably talking about the latest bust. Funny. I thought they were talking about the weather. Well, there's this. Usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board over here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911. You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought it was kind of funny. I never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. They hardly look human. She has a point. Alright, is there anything else? Anything in particular? No. Oh, there we go.
He's in a tough spot again.
Again? Oh yeah, that case. That finally ended. Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Hammond. But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent.
Listen, pal. There have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses, nothing outright, but there were always whisper rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting.
But there's no evidence against him.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious.
I had no idea he was under the gun.
Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took it is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself.
What?
But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's going to do this for all of us. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know.
Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met this guy who is... What was his name? The guy in the parking lot?
That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the chief of police.
Officer Marshall, is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something?
No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer.
from West LA.
For a moment there, I wasn't sure.
Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this, and they'll let you examine the scene of the crime, maybe.
I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere.
Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice, pal.
Alright. Back to the underground parking lot. Looks like the investigation is still going on. I have to be getting back to my shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in the pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, still here? Hello? Why the surprised look? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs, too.
What happened to the security guard?
Hey, what's wrong, Bombina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters to me go right into the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe. Ah, that old cow dog. He's holding a birthday party for something. Huh? Look, where it should say a letter of introduction, it says invitation. I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries, it proves it from Detective Gumshoe better than a blood test. I guess I better let you in then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Oh, that's right, he's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective for hire? Well, folks, clues are calling. Welcome to a gold strike. Be like the settler strike out of lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny. Note to self, police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I say I won't be needing this anymore. Can we talk to this guy? Well, we can. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young, remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right? Well, aren't you a feisty doggy then? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me to tell the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Starr. One stab to the chest, a fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. So, an hour and a half of 4 p.m. So that would most likely mean that the body, that it wasn't done at 5, within an hour and a half of 4. So that means the body most likely they died at 2:30. What? Was my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bombina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Gumshoe had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So there's no motive. Goodman wasn't particularly gifted detective. One reason why he didn't do much work with the Chief Prosecutor. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here to this parking lot. So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Call me out. They shoot you in Texas for that. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoot detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh, really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bombina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do, nothing important at least. He's nothing but a sad old cow dog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? That cow dog's been kicked out of the cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just, he don't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation? Hey, there's something on the ground here. This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? We should check it out. Yeah. Right. Let's check it out. Oh, it does it automatically. Nice phone. There's a blue. Why is there a blue piece on there? This phone's still on. The radio screen. Redial? Mr. Wright. Most phones keep a record of all calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't even know about things like radio. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just you never know with people from your generation. Whatever, let's check the phone out. Now to see who the owner phone called last. Note to self, a defense attorney can't think first, he just pushes the button. Hey, that song. I know that song.
Hey, what's going on here?
Oh, sorry.
I see you, partner. You pressed the radio on that phone, didn't you?
Well, yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there.
Whose is it? That belongs to Chief of Prosecutor Sky.
What? It's my sister's?
She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except, she only spoke for a few seconds according to this.
Who did she call?
No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones.
Oh, that, I'm sorry, that was my phone.
What? Your phone?
Yeah, it's kinda strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone, a wrong number.
I hope you're not lying. They shoot you in Texas, partner.
Uh-oh, I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Finally, I can examine this car. What's this? Looks like some sort of note. Look, something's written on it. 675-12-2? You're right, let's see. Oh, 67S-12-2. There's his name printed on the paper above. Goodman. Maybe that fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so what does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. This is rope, isn't it? Yep, they laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So, wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You have got to be the only person that would come to that conclusion. Well, the car. This appears to be the car where the body was found. It looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. Crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of the subordinate's car. Quite a luxury car. It seems I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. B block is through there. That's where the visitors park. I can see the lunch land car over there, far in the distance. Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy-looking steak. Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy? Just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. Anything else? Anything else? Is there anything else? Lana Sky. So, there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister.
That's correct, but there's a goldmine of evidence against her. And the prosecutor tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences.
Officer Marshall,
Yeah, Bambina?
how can you say that? You and my sister, you were...
Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's a-blowing through the prosecutor's office. Dry wind or ill will. Someone's up to something here, but who? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you.
But rumors are rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them.
If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to the source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you say.
One person. Who?
Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. She's Prosecutor Lana Sky.
What? My sister?
Edgeworth couldn't rustle all the cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with diggers.
What you're saying, Edgeworth was making deals to win trials.
Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it.
Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was the closest to Edgeworth? So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay?
Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana confessing to the crime.
She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal.
Oh, by the way, Emma.
Yes?
I know that song your phone plays when it rings.
What?
It's the Steel Samurai's theme song, isn't it?
That popular TV show for kids?
The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine.
It was yours.
At 5:18, just after the murder took place.
Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry.
Can you tell me what you talked about?
She hung up right away.
I see.
Well then, Emma. A detective is murdered and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. To be continued. Yep, I was thinking like, it's gonna get to a to be continued sign. That's perfectly fine for me because I actually am going to be ending here today. Tomorrow, I don't know if I'm going to be doing Metopia at the normal time of 10 o'clock, but we're going to find someone to raid because, of course we are. We're going to find someone to raid so I can send you lovely people off somewhere. Well, this person is raiding. Not raiding, streaming. They're streaming, so I should probably send you there. They're a person... Have I seen... Have I... Yes, I remember what they did. Wait, are they finishing? Okay, no, they just started. Good. We're gonna send you to Jevaqua. They're playing the Wind Waker right now. So, I'll see you all tomorrow for Metopia. Hopefully at the normal time.